Greetings and much blessings once again. Greetings and much blessings once again to everybody. I hope everyone has been having a great day, a great week. And this is the first time that I'm actually using my new microphone for this particular platform. I've had it for my other platforms, but I think it works best over here just because it's a different sound. And given that this is a different channel, I just want to sound different over here. But without any further ado, we'll get right into let's see what we can do. Um I thought about just looking up scripture and maybe I'll just pick up where I left off. So let's get right into that. Let me first and foremost just kind of see if I can look up Proverbs. And by the way, this is all just me going off the top of my head, no notes, just basically talking with everyone here as we speak. So, as I've said before, in volume one, just get a King James Bible if you have it. And let me see, Proverbs chapter 31. You know, you got all these spam, oh man, spams and cookies that you see online. Gotta love it. Okay, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I left off from Proverbs chapter 31, verse 24. So we'll start there again. Give me a second, I'll get a sip. Alrighty, I'm back. So we'll start again. And basically what I'm doing is just reading off every scripture in Proverbs chapter 31, you know, that pertains to the virtuous woman. And I'm sort of giving you a breakdown, but not a full breakdown, which is why, this could possibly be like a series. But I really got it set up in volumes versus it being a full series because this is something that I'll just do here and there, not necessarily periodically or whenever, as much as possible. No, it's just going to happen when it needs to happen. Yeah, it's just going to happen whenever it needs to happen. So I'll just pick up where I left off with the last scripture that I read in volume one. And that scripture was in chapter 31, verses 24. And give me one second here. All right, just wanted to readjust my headset there. But yeah, it goes as such. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and deliver girdles unto the merchant. We'll continue on. We'll read verse 25, verse 26, and verse 27. Okay, starting out at verse 25. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Verse 26. She openeth up her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Verse 27. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Now, I really want to break down verse 27, not fully. As I've said before, I'm not doing a full breakdown of everything, but just that scripture jumps out at me a lot because basically this is saying that, you know, she's just not sitting around doing anything, you know, and we know about the famous saying that just basically says an idle mind is a devil's workshop, you know. So I would say that overall, I mean, the virtuous woman and the virtuous woman of tomorrow per se is definitely not sitting around. She has things she has to do. It's not just more so that she tries to find things to do. She has things to do, especially in the times that we're living right now. Right now is a time that I think a lot of ladies of her type should be working on gardens, working on making your own type of clothes. Let me think. Just um, just a lot of basic things that I think really apply for the for the feminine gender of her type. Trying to think of some other things off the top of my head right quick. Um, Not gossiping. That's another thing, especially in today's times with social media. So I think the virtuous woman of tomorrow is not even associated with social media. I mean, there are a lot of ladies out there who don't deal with social media, but these ladies aren't necessary. These ladies aren't necessarily virtuous women. But it is good to see that, yeah, they don't like social media. That's cool, you know. But I think going forward, the virtuous woman has a clear cut reason as to why she doesn't deal with social media. You know, if you got to reach her, you need to talk to her. It's the old school way, you know. So I say that is the greatness of the virtuous woman of tomorrow. She's about getting back to her basics. She's about basically keeping it old school. That's very important. So hopefully everybody has that in mind in regards to the virtuous woman. Now, let's see what else we could talk about. Just kind of going backwards, sort of. Verse 26 that I read off, where it says, "She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness." See, um, basically, she speaks from the realm of positivity. She speaks from the realm of positivity, not negativity, all positivity. Now, people might take what she say negatively, but that's them. That's on them. But nevertheless, she speaks with wisdom. She speaks with kindness. Her mouth opened up with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. See, and of course, that's definitely true for the man that's in her life. You know, that's definitely true. And then, of course, chapter 31, verse 25, where it says, "Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come." So this means like every testimony, she's thankful. Every little thing that happens in her life, she's thankful of it. No matter how small it may be, she's thankful for a lot of things, especially in regards to the man that's in her life. She's very thankful. We don't see a lot of that in this day and age. A lot of the feminine gender that are a lot of feminine gender that are out here are far from thankful. So I think in regards to the virtuous woman, that's really what stands out about her. She's very thankful about a lot of things that a lot of people aren't thankful about. Now, we'll continue on verse 28, and I might as well read it all the way to I might as well read all the way to verse 31. Verse 31 will be the end of chapter 31 of Proverbs, and thus it'll be a good way to round out this particular aspect of the virtuous woman of tomorrow. Once I finally read verse 31, and I just basically try to explain those scriptures. Okay, and it looks like this did not take too long. It won't take too long. I'm at 9 minutes already. So, yeah, this is going to be a very short live stream. Hey, much blessings to you, Brown Do Life. Much blessings to you. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I guess, yeah, if you haven't hit the notification bell to make it solid, make it a solid bell. You know what I mean. But I don't know. Sometimes you do make sure that you hit the solid notification bell and it's still not give you the notification. Kind of a glitch thing, I guess. I don't know. But it is weird. Like, I just didn't see a lot of people here starting out. But hey, I know all about the replay, so it's all good. Good to see you here, though. Let's continue on. But yes, her, okay, my bad. Chapter 31, verse 28, starting out. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Now, he doesn't worship her, he praises her. You know, there's a difference. Why you think in church they say praise and worship? You know, the two are not the same, you know, but at least that is something that a guy can keep in mind when he is amongst the feminine gender. Now, you know, when you think of praise, it just means to express warm approval or admiration of, you know, and that's just a verb of it. Now, the noun of it, if it's like a person, place, or thing per se, a praise, it just means the expression of approval or admiration for someone or something. So I express my approval of this woman in my life that I see as the virtuous woman. I express that approval. And I think that's very important for guys to keep in mind. There are only so many of them that you will approve of in this society. So many of the feminine gender, because most of them are not virtuous. So why approve of them being in your life? Why express your approval of them in the first place? But guys do that all the time, you know. You said, brown dude, you said solid bell is on and I hit the set reminder button too, but it's all good. Yeah, it's all good that you're here. So much love. I'm just glad that you made it here. Appreciate that. All right. Let me continue on. Now, I do want to kind of take y'all down a different path as well, because I did just mention praise and we talked about it. But now let's talk about like praise and worship. Like, what does that mean with those when those two words are together, praise and worship? Because I told everyone, praise and worship is not the same. So let me take this back a little bit. So I just expressed, or I just told y'all about what praise means. So let's talk about what worship means. Worship. Now it's a feeling or expression of reverence and admiration for a deity. You see, a little different in the definition for worship versus praise. See, I don't have no problem with praising a woman in my life, but I will not worship her because she is not a deity in my life. You know what I'm saying? But I would say in this society, a lot of these females out here that aren't real women, let alone virtuous women, are definitely deified. A lot of guys have to give them an offering. You see, and this is from a lot of guys that don't know about being righteous. They give a pagan offering to their god, their deity, in a form of worshiping per se, whether they realize it or not. But she's not even virtuous. But this is what you do. We'll continue on. Now, I just uh, basically read Proverbs chapter 31, verse 28. Let's continue on. Verse 29. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellence them all. So basically, the virtuous woman exceeds them all because she is actually a virtuous woman. A lot of females out here that aren't women can do a lot of virtuous things, but that don't make them a virtuous woman. A lot of them may do some acts of kindness just because, but they're not consistent. So there's this idea that, as you just heard me read in scripture, but thou excellest them all. She excelled. She exceeded them all. She was just better at doing these things. You know, she was just better at doing these things. Uh, oh yeah, brown dude. Yeah, the thoughts, or as the scripture would say, the harlots are getting treated like deity. Yikes. Yes, that's what's going on. Unfortunately, but that needs to change. A lot of things needs to change, but that definitely needs to change. Now I continue on. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. And of course, I just like to say creator, just because there are a lot of lords out here. Even though in scripture it says that I'm the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. But when you're dealing with the Most High, there's none higher. So to me, that label was just for him being a creator. There's nothing higher than a creator. Who created the creator? I've always liked to say he created himself. But see, that's something else that a lot of people probably don't know at this time. But I would say that yes, not to digress, a woman that fears the creator, she shall be praised. See, keep in mind, favor is deceitful. So let's kind of check this out, right? Let's check this out. Um, let's see here. Let me just we can actually look up what favor is. Now this one I'm actually going to just look up for everyone right now as we speak, since like I said, no notes here. I don't do any notes. So we'll just kind of look up and see what this means. Now, favor versus favor. Now, favor is just the older way of writing favor. It's kind of the same thing, pretty much, you know. So, but what this means in regards to praise, because it's similar to that, but favor is approval, support, or liking someone or something. So similar to praise, more or less like your approval for something, like you express that. But in essence of favor, a lot of times, as it says in scripture, it's deceitful. Sometimes you could be expressing approval for something that isn't even worthy. So that's why it's deceitful at times. So that's why you should make your praise of anything very far, few, and in between. It should be things in your life that have proven itself to be of great delight, of great praise. Therefore, your favorite. And then I like the part about in beauty is vain, because in this society, especially via social media, it's all about her beauty, you know, but her beauty is really covering the fact that she's really a beast within the Beauty and the Beast. It's her. So her beauty is vain because of the fact that the beast is within her one way or another. But it's all about how much of the beast is tamed, how much of the beast within her that you can euthanize. Yeah, I have to say it that way, because a beast that stays alive is only going to harm you one day. And that's something that we don't want. So in essence, but a woman that feareth the Lord, feareth the Creator, she shall be praised. See, goes back to that word praise. But it's based on the fact that she feareth the Creator. So in essence, amongst the man that's in her life, she has to have a similar reverence. There has to be a similar reverence. Exactly, brown dude. Nothing higher than the Creator. Nothing. Now, people talk and they have their different theories and different religions and things like that. But simple is simple to me. Simple is simple. Hey, how's it going, Lala? Good to see you here. You're catching me under my different personality. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. You said, brown dude, you said, vanity sure does dominate the worldly life, even in manosphere spaces. So are, you said, vanity sure does dominate the worldly life. Men in manosphere spaces are so hell bent on looks. LOL. Yeah, they are. And it's crazy. And that's the last thing you want. The looks should only be the complement to the way she is, I would say that at best. I mean, she can have nice beauty, but I always say that men make her beautiful. How does this happen? Well, a lot of it is based on her being less worldly. So you can actually appreciate and praise her for the beauty within that reflects the beauty on the outside of her. I think this is very important. And I think once men start to understand that, and women, I think this is going to really be groundbreaking. Yeah, exactly, Brown Do Life. I'm glad I kind of said that before you said it. Just guys in general, not just the mental sphere. But this whole world is a lot of people are hell bent on the looks, as you said. It's crazy. I mean, a lot of times, if you translate a lot of things from material to other aspects of life, like for example, like when I used to run, my coach would always say, never go off the way a shoe looks. Go off the way it feels. Go off the way it helps you. So there you go with the woman that's in my life, if you will. Not really saying that personally, but I'm just saying in general, like a woman that's in my life, she would have to be of great help to me. If she has certain looks, that's great. Has certain beauty about her, that's great. But it's still vanity because it comes down to what makes her worthy of praise, what makes her helpful to me, what makes her good for me. You know, that's what's lacking. And this is what makes the virtuous woman, because she goes beyond just the looks. It's about what she's able to do and how she's able to help. Okay. Now, last but not least, we'll read the final scripture. So, the final scripture, chapter 31, verse 31 of Proverbs. It says, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. So, what this sounds like to me is more or less everything that she does, like her work will speak for itself. The way that she's been as an individual will speak for itself. Basically, this reminds me of things I've talked about before in other platforms. Beyond this thing called value is this thing called worth. So basically, in a nutshell, what chapter 31, verse 31 of Proverbs speaks on is the fact that a virtuous woman will be worth it. Okay. How she will be worth it, you know, because the fruit of her hands, she's worked. Let her own works praise her in the gates. She's deserving of a good place in life, a heavenly place, but just overall a good place in life because she's going to work for it. She's going to show that she means well. She's going to show that she cares. She's going to show that she truly tries her best to be the rib of a man. Even though it's not good that a man should be alone, that doesn't mean that a man can't be alone. But she'll give a man a reason as to why you don't have to be alone. Wherever you lack, I'll help cut the slack. That's the way the virtuous woman thinks. Yes, wherever you lack, I'll help cut the slack. I got your back. Literally, the rib. The rib catches the back in many ways. It supports it supports part of the back. The rib does. You said, Brown dude, you said, but that too, when it comes to women, she's attractive. I want to get to know her in an intimate way. Yes, indeed. And so for a lot of people that don't know, intimacy and sex are not the same thing. Just so one knows that out there. Intimacy and sex are not the same thing. And if you have a question about that, especially those on the replay, feel free to comment below. But yes, intimacy and sex are not the same thing. But that should wrap up everything. And overall, as far as the virtuous woman is concerned, but this is just a volume 2. I'm going to come back with another volume in the days to come. Let me see. And I'll just kind of break down each scripture more and more. Yeah, I'll break down these scriptures more and more, just so you can get a better understanding of what these scriptures mean. Overall, what I've done with volume 1 and volume 2 is just I've given y'all my interpretation of each scripture, but I would love to decipher it more so that everyone knows exactly where I'm coming from. As it says in the scripture, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. You said Lala, you missed out. Oh, no need. First and foremost, Lala, and this is for everybody else listening to this on the replay. Go into my about section and you'll see that I did a previous part one, a volume one. Okay. So you too, Lala, go there and you'll see a volume one of the same live stream that you can listen to so that you can put this one and that one together, you know. And then I say, give this a few hours, maybe tomorrow, given the date of this live stream, play this on replay so you can listen to the rest of this. So you'll have listened to volume one as well as volume two, and you'll be caught up. So yeah, don't worry. Hey, don't be sorry. I'm just glad that you were here and you were able to listen to some of this. And yeah, you're at work. Don't work too hard. Gotta get you on that on the virtuous woman side of things. See, I think like with the virtuous woman, as I said before in volume one, it was a labor of love. It wasn't like she was slaving for other people. She just found ways to be enterprising within her household. But it wasn't like she had to go out, actually get a job. She found ways to make things work on her own. So I would love to see ladies get more into that position of where you don't even have to go out and work for other people, you know. And that way you'll be all right. And then you don't have to worry about a lot of worldly influences getting around you, whether it is that manager that wants to sexually harass you, or you have to deal with unfair treatment at work because of the fact that you're a woman. So that's just other things you have to deal with. It's all about keeping your vibrations up. And that's one thing about the virtuous woman that I've noticed within this whole chapter 31. Everything that I've talked about just speaks on a very good vibration, not just for her, but also the way she was around other people. Um, you said, Brown Do Life, more people will discover this channel organically, just like this live. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's all about that organic. That's really what it's about. And a lot of people don't get that. And I really understood that. And I know that in the worldly spaces, they talk about clout chase. I don't clout chase. I don't try to go any further than what I need to do for people to be attracted to my channel and subscribe. I'm here. The truth is here. If you're here, that's because you're meant to be here. The truth really found you. You didn't find it, and I'm just a messenger. That's all I am. Nothing more, nothing less. You said Lala. For sure, I always play the replay. Right on. I appreciate that, Lala. And then you said, I love what I do. Yeah, most definitely. That's key. As long as you love what you do, that is what's key. That is definitely what's key. That's definitely what's key. Because other times, and most of the times we out here in this world, we just slaving away, men and women, slaving away. Men need to become more entrepreneurs, and women need to be more of the type to be at home with their work or with their businesses per se. Or if you do go to work, and like in Lala's case, you love what you do, yeah, just make sure that it's in a virtuous way, and kind of based on what I've talked about, reading the scriptures, you'll know what that means for you. Most definitely. It applies to everybody differently, but as long as it's keeping you going down that virtuous path, you'll be just fine, ladies. And you said, Mosman, hey, good to see you, fam. Yeah, salute. Try to be the maestro. I try my best. Just got started. I know I've had a few different names at this channel, but this is the latest evolution, and hopefully this one sticks. I think I chose this latest name because at first it was the Mastermind. At first it was, but there are a lot of channels called the Mastermind, but not too many that are named Mastermind Maestro. I think this is the only channel on YouTube named Mastermind Maestro. You'll have someone named the Mastermind, or you'll have someone named the Maestro, but never both at the same time. because it truly takes a mastermind to be a maestro. Yeah, it truly takes a mastermind to be a maestro. Most definitely. Oh yeah, hey, that's cool. You in school? That's cool, Lala. Keep going at it. Keep going at it. Yep, that's good. It's good to be just as long as it's taking you to that next step. Most definitely. Yeah, it's good, especially in these times. And I guess that's why I say it that way because in the times that we're living in, it's very hard to really see like where you're trying to go and you know what are you going to be able to do. This next few years, things are getting more automated. So if you find something that, like I said, it's along the virtuous path and you don't feel like the robot's going to take over what you do, yeah, you good. Oh man. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad, la la. Wow. I appreciate that. I'm humbled. I'm very humbled. Very humble. Right on. I appreciate that. Right on. Yeah, well, I'm very humble at that because it's like I never thought it would ever be this way, especially here at my spiritual channel. But I've always felt, to be honest with y'all, and I've mentioned this in previous videos here at this channel. At one point, I was a youth minister, not a youth pastor, but the Christian churches were pretty messed up, and I had to get away from that. But it took me a while to end up mastermind maestro. And we're just getting started with the orchestra. We're just getting started with putting these notes together for you guys, for you guys and gals. So we're definitely this is going to be a very great platform for me going forward. So stay tuned, especially those listening to this on the replay. Yeah, for you listening to this on the replay, make sure that you do subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Hit the like button as well, everyone, whether you're here in the chat or those listening to this on the replay. But yeah, that's true, Mosman. You don't try, you succeed. Yeah, no need of trying. We don't try over here. You just succeed. Period. Nothing else to it. You just succeed. uh yeah, Brown Do Life. I was non-denominational. I was Christian but non-denominational at the time. So uh and like I said, Christianity is a good starting point for a lot of people if you're just trying to learn of just what it means to believe something outside of the world. However, I encourage you upon taking that step to be non-denominational because that's what helped me to eventually become mastermind maestro here at my spiritual channel. You know, I think that's important because oh yeah, Brown Dude, a lot more on the way, a lot more planned. I got like at least six of them ready to go right now. So we definitely got more on the way. But I'm gonna just be doing these once a month here at this channel because I know I have my other channel that I do live streams on more frequently at. So here I'll just be once a month, but just laying down scripture every time because unlike these other channels that are so opinionated, I'm actually going to have scripture for everybody. I don't want to be here just speaking on what I think is right or true or nothing like that. And yet there's no scripture, but that goes for everything, because it does say in the scriptures, study to show yourself approval for the workman don't need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So don't just take my word for it, but at least with my words, you'll see that I have scripture to back up what I'm saying. So that's what's going to make me different here. But where I really wanted to get at with this, and I think I'll just kind of shut it down from here. My main thing is this ain't going to be like no typical church channel, y'all. So please come back. Make sure you stay tuned and hit that notification bell. I got a live stream coming up here on this channel talking about dinosaurs. Yes, we're going to talk about dinosaurs. So I hope y'all will like that live stream when it comes up a few months from now. We're going to be talking about war. We're going to talk about, in the Bible, it talks about wars and rumors of wars. We're going to talk about that here. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. I've talked about the succubus over at my main channel. Over here, I can break it down. I can break it down even more. If you don't know what the succubus is a female sex demon. We can break that down over here. Okay. So, yes, don't think of this spiritual channel as just another church channel, another Bible thumping channel. No, this is not going to be another Bible thumping channel, especially for those who are starting to learn about Hebrew. Okay. It's not going to be one of those type of Bible thumping channels either. And since this is a spiritual channel, guess what? This is not a new age channel. Okay. So that's another thing, because I know that there are a lot of spiritual channels, and yes, they have a lot of subs and a lot of people there. But that is for the new age. A lot of what they speak about in regards to spirituality. Me, no, it's not based on that. For me, it's just based on the naturality that reflects the spirituality, but not from a new age perspective like you hear at most spiritual channels. So there'll be a lot I'll talk about, but it won't necessarily be on topics like the chakras or things like that, you know. Um, no, I just want to basically talk to y'all directly from biblical references, and maybe I can uh, interweave or intertwine other things with that. So yeah, exactly, Brown Do Life. It'll focus on the spiritual aspects of the scriptures, exactly, in a nutshell. But yep, yep, that's true. Spiritual Soul and Ralph Smart. Yeah, a lot of them are similar to New Age, you know, and I'll just quote that from my own lips in that regard, so they don't think I'm talking about them directly. But yeah, I think a lot of them are similar to New Age, just because a lot of people are attracted to their channel. You know, it's like a no brainer. Now, I actually don't want a lot of people attracted to my channel. You know, I don't want a lot of people attracted to my channel like that, because I feel that, you know, just like a Rolls Royce, it's for the far and the few in between, you know. Um, and you want the truth to be like that. You want the truth to be like that. Oh, you heard my laugh, Lala. Well, I guess that's the signature I have. My signature. I appreciate that. Glad you love it. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off here, y'all. And I got another live stream at my main channel that I gotta do in a few hours for those who aren't subscribed to my main channel. Well, you could look it up. I don't have a link to it at this channel because I try to not make my spiritual channel and my main channel that connected to each other. But yes, it's the other Ray J. You could look it up if you want. And it's a more social channel, but it's a good social channel, you know, because even my social channel, I try not to make it be as worldly. I try to talk to people from a very just from a unique perspective, which over there I call it the inverted perspective. Okay. But yeah, look me up if you want to, you know, check me out in a few hours over there tonight. I'll be over there talking. But I'm definitely going to be back here next month. I don't know what topic that I have scheduled for next month for this channel, but look forward to that. You said Mosman, a lot of the few. Yep, exactly. Just like that. You said Brown Do Life. What tonight's live stream about? Oh, over there, it'll be talking about the Black Knight. I was going to do a recap of some of the things that I've talked about before, because the last time I did a live stream. Oh, okay, yeah, see, so you've seen it. So I don't need to explain it no more. You've seen it already. That's cool. Yep, I'll be over there for sure. But yeah, just want to say for those, just know that you're going to be blessed. And even if you don't believe you will, things will take place that will cause you to want to believe. And make no mistake, you are not a mistake. Y'all stay blessed.